Welcome to Dose with Grace. I hope you're doing well and taking very good care of your health. Today is the Shravan month, the most pious and auspicious month, especially for all the Shiva devotees and all the people who are followers of Shiva. Even those who are aware of Shiva, his energy, and have read up about Shiva probably are aware this Shravan month is considered to be a month dedicated, a very auspicious month dedicated to the prayers to Lord Shiva. And today is the second Monday of Shravan month. For all those who are fasting, happy fasting, and to all those who are enjoying this month of Shravan, doing auspicious activities, charity work, or trying to start something new in their life, a very happy Shravan month. And for all the bhakts of Shiva, Har Har Mahadev. Today I just felt like coming and sharing with you. I'm sure if all of you have been going through my previous videos, there have been videos of Bhagwad Geeta from chapter 1 to chapters 18, and I feel extremely blessed and grateful to Lord Vishnu, to the Trinity, to the Divine Consciousness for allowing me to go through this wonderful teachings of Bhagavad Gita, our living Guru, with all of you. It was a complete divine grace, and I think I feel extremely blessed, and I'm extremely grateful to God for giving me this strength, this capability to produce all the chapters on online format. I hope, since I have tried to converse in both Hindi and English, it is a very good foundation for those who fully don't understand Hindi and learn about Bhagavad Gita from someone who is as normal and as naive as you. I'm not a highly learned person. I'm as simply a devotee, and I love to learn. I love to learn about God, and I have really learned so much to apply in my own life from Bhagavad Gita, and it has really been transformative. So today, let me discuss the three most important learnings that I have been able to crystallize, that I try to apply in my life on everyday basis from Shrimad Bhagwad Gita. The first and the foremost learning of Bhagwad Gita that I truly feel is so liberating, and is then found in many different kind of other faiths as well, is that we are not the body, but we are the soul, and soul is eternal. We live through different lives, and we, just like we wear different garments, you would have seen in all different videos of mine, I am wearing a different set of clothes, and that is exactly what our body is. It's a new clothing, it's a new garment that our soul, the eternal soul, that wears for a small duration. For some lifetimes it could be 70-80 years, for some lives it could be more than 100 years, for some lives it could be very small, even maybe less than few months. But the purpose of these bodies being formed as a garment over the soul is for the soul to have a journey. And in every single journey of a soul, in this garment, with this garment comes three different modes of nature, which is the sattvic, the rajasic, and the tamasic. And through these combinations of these modes operating within that garment, we do our karmas, and through our karmas we learn about life, we learn and evolve as a soul. Therefore, as the soul graduates more and more, more and more, more and more about learnings through different lifetimes that they come into this world, they finally attain moksha. And what is moksha? The complete knowledge, the complete understanding of who we are, why do we exist, and what is the purpose of these garments or bodies or lives. Once that knowledge comes, there is no fear of death, there is no fear of disease, there is no fear of tribulations of life, and there is constant faith that runs through the spine of your this body, which is actually the understanding that I am eternal. These moments are transitory. There's impermanence in my feelings, there's impermanence in my emotions, there is impermanence even in my body, there is impermanence in my relationships, there's impermanence in my circumstances, there is impermanence in the nature around me. But what is constant and which is eternal, which can never be broken, which can never be cut, which can never die, that is my Atma, which is soul. So soul consciousness is the first thing that we learn from Bhagavad Gita, and it's a very, very big understanding. It liberates and it almost makes us free from clutches of fear, doubt, self-doubt, disgust, anger, and a lot of other heavy and negative emotions. The second learning of Bhagavad Gita is that we have no authority. We have authority over our karmas. We can choose our karmas. Even now, if I have a gift or grace of being able to speak well, present my thoughts well, I can use it to manipulate people, or I can use this beautiful grace towards educating people towards some higher learning that I'm receiving in the form of books or in the form of teachers. So it is the karma that we indulge in, again comes from the mode of nature we are in. And to go into detail, you can go back to my videos to understand what is sattvic mode, what is rajasic mode, and what is tamasic mode. But here the point is that karma is what we have, what is within our reach, that we can perform karma, but we cannot have any control over the results of our actions. So karmas are the actions that we perform, and we must always perform actions keeping God's grace in mind and keeping the love and of the divine in mind. That way we will always be inspired to do the right actions. However, no matter how wonderful actions we do in life, we can never be under the control of the results that we received out of those actions, because results are only and only by the authority of God. So being attached to results is the greatest suffering of life. Being karma driven, being action driven, or being driven by what efforts I need to put is the right teaching, is the right way to behave or be in this world. And that is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, clearly it is said in not just one shloka, in many, many shlokas out of 700 shlokas, that we have full control. We have control over our actions, but we do not have control over the results of our action. So whenever we see somebody progressing in life, it is not nice for us to feel jealous of them, to have resentment towards them, or to say, why did they get it and not I, though I have put in so much effort. Because understand, the results were never because of them. The results that they received, the outcomes that they received, were always because of the grace of God. So whenever we ever contaminate that beauty and the grace that is somebody's receiving from God with our doubt or our resentment towards them, we are actually violating our faith, and we are contaminating our faith with these doubts. So if at all you ever feel, why should I not criticize someone who has got more than me, whereas I felt I deserved more because I had worked harder, I have evidence for it, know that it is because it is the grace of God that gives them the results. So if they have received the results, that means they have been bestowed the grace of God. That is why it is not very suggested or very recommended to even applaud people who are achieving so much in life. We must know that this is also grace of God, and those who are suffering, again, it is because of the grace of God. Their results towards suffering are also coming from the grace of God. And when I say grace of God, there is grace in suffering. There is so much grace in suffering. Trust me, there is equal grace in suffering as it is in receiving benefits. Because God is so fair, God is so benevolent. Even in our sufferings, God is giving us higher lessons. God is giving us the learnings, the evolution that our soul needs through only those lessons. So the second point of Bhagavad Gita that I'm truly very applicable in life, and I'm very fond of, is that karma, we have full we should be fully enthusiastic to perform good karma in life, and we should give up the desire for the results, because desire is not in our control. We must leave it to God. So whatever we do, let's just dovetail it to God. The third wonderful lesson of Bhagavad Gita, I really admire, and I'm very grateful to also want to apply in my life every day. I try my best, is equanimity. Shri Krishna told Arjuna, the best way to reach me, yoga, is the highest yoga is being same in grief and in achievements. Being same, being equanimous in pain and suffering as much as in joy and celebrations. If we can achieve that, if something is happening favorable to us and something is not happening favorable to us, if something we are only rising, and sometimes things just not go as per the plan, and not just once but cascading effect is happening, even then understand there is some grace around us. We are always enveloped in grace of God. Maintaining a very balance of mind, not becoming happy when things are going extremely well for you, excited and overwhelmed, and similarly not getting overwhelmed and too sad and depressed when things are not going our way. That is what is the perfect yoga that Sri Krishna told Arjuna. And not just once. Again, this has been expressed in many shlokas. So these are the top 3 lessons, and how wonderful these lessons are, how practical these lessons are, because these talk about impermanence of everything. Everything is subject to change. So whatever is right now happening is going to also change. So getting too attached with it will only make you feel elated. So for example, right now everything is going great for me. If I get too attached with it, that is when I will start celebrating and becoming full of ego about what a great achiever am I, what a great person am I, what great karmas I have done, what a great legacy I'm creating. But because this will never remain permanent, nothing will remain permanent. That is the law of life. So Shri Krishna says, it will change. And when it will change, this attachment to this image that we have made of ourselves, the identity we created around these achievements, actually that starts hurting. That ego gets hurt. That identity, ego is that identity that we created around our achievements, our status, our position. When that is attacked, we feel, or our relationship with someone, then when it, because the time will not ever remain same, the time will change, the people will change, the things will change, the circumstances will change, and when they change, this clinging is getting challenged. And because of that challenge of the clinging, because of that attachment, the aversion to non-change is what causes the suffering. So when Krishna was explaining to Arjun, he says, if you can remain same under both circumstances, when things are not going in your favor and going in your favor, when you get what you want or you don't get what you want, in both cases, if you can remain same and not affected, deep down not affected, you do the necessary work that is needed to take care of yourself and your family and your people around, but deep down, if you're not affected, you remain equanimous. That is what is the true yoga. So these three wonderful lessons. We are Atma, we are the eternal soul that is on a many journeys of many lifetimes. So therefore, not attaching too much into the current life, keeping that engagement in the form of good karmas, but keeping a balance of engagement and detachment, is being soul conscious. The second, do your good karmas, but do not get attached to the results of your karmas. And similarly, when someone is achieving good results, do not start loathing the person, don't get in awe of that person, rather know that it's God's grace. Similarly, do not resent someone's success, do not get jealous of someone's success, know that it is the God grace bestowed on them. And third, remain equanimous under all circumstances in life, and that is the true yoga. Remain graceful, remain grateful in all circumstances of life, high and low. It's explained in many shlokas, whether it is hot summer or whether it is cold winters, whether things are going your way, whether things are not going your way, whether you achieve the victory or you see the defeat, whether your relations love you, whether you have honor in society or whether you have dishonor. In all circumstances, if you can remain same, deep down, you don't change, because understand, because we are Atma. All these are experiences for us to learn, even the good and the bad. All our experiences are evolving. They are helping us evolve. These are the learnings of Bhagavad Gita that are so wonderful, absolute, and so practical to apply in our life. I try them too, and I hope you all are trying them too. And if you want to go specifically to the chapter wise learning, I would again encourage you all. It's a wonderful month. It's a great month of learning and attaching ourselves to divine, going back to our scriptures and practicing our faith, more and more love towards divine. So please go ahead and enjoy those videos, learn from them in a very peaceful, in a very relaxed manner. And I hope you liked today's video too. I will come back with some wonderful things in coming videos too. Till then, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Har Har Mahadev. Happy Shravan month to all of you.